So after last week's shenanigans of broken spokes and hangovers and goodness knows what else, I've been back on the bike this week and things appear to be going well. Anybody who follows me on Strava would have seen that I've done three types of cycling this week. Normally on a Monday and Tuesday evening, I have a spinning session over at the gym. On Thursday, I went and did a Zwift session in the garage, and today, Friday, I went out and actually did a ride on the road. Now, even though it's only been about a week or 10 days or so since I've decided to start to get fit again, I can already feel the benefits. So I feel much fitter on the bike, and I even feel much fitter when I'm walking. So as I say, my spinning sessions normally take place on a Monday and Tuesday evening at my local gym. Oddly enough, they're run by two different people, both called Chris. One's a man, one's a woman, and both classes are absolutely excellent. And that's basically the reason why I like the spinning. I know it's got a kind of an image of middle-aged women and bored housewives and things like that, but the classes that the two Chris's do are very cycle specific. The one on a Tuesday night run by the female Chris is also very kind of tailored to cycle specific fitness. So we'll ride a lot on heart rate, and usually at the beginning of the class she'll give us an idea of what we're working on. So we're going for aerobic capacity, or we're trying to build strength, or we're just trying to build sprint speed, things like that. So it's really, really useful to know what we're working on. Another reason why I like spinning is simply because I know I have to be there at a certain time on a certain date. I can suffer from a lack of motivation quite a lot of the time, but when I have this kind of hard target, it just forces me to get out and do it. I know I've got to be there, and if I don't make it, then I don't do the spinning session. It's as simple as that. And finally, the environment in which we're spinning is absolutely fantastic. I've been going for quite a while now, so I recognise quite a few of the other people there, and it's all very friendly. The music is absolutely fantastic. The male Chris likes to play the slightly more rockier stuff, while the female Chris likes to play the slightly more electronic stuff. And we also have a projector and a big screen that is literally the size of one of the walls. And that's usually playing one of the iconic climbs from the Tour de France. So you really have a feeling that you're cycling up one of these big mountain passes. And then, of course, there's Zwift. Now, I have to admit that I'm fairly new to Zwift, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but so far I've really enjoyed the short sessions that I've done, basically because it's just such great fun. You're there riding with people from anywhere in the world. It's fantastic. I can also listen to my own music while I'm doing it, and I can kind of get lost in that, and then you before you realise it, you've done 45 minutes on the turbo, and you've had a fantastic workout. And last but not least is road cycling. Now, I've only been out for one session this week, simply because the weather's not been that great. But I went out today and did 20 kilometres, a fairly shortish ride. But no, it's just great to be out on the road. Of course, it's the original, it's the best, and it's basically the reason why I'm doing the Zwift and the spinning is to get fit for the road cycling. Now, although all three of these exercises are basically cycling, they're not all equal, and the workout that I get from each one is slightly different. So, for instance, the easiest I would say is a spinning session, and that has a lot to do with the actual spinning bike. So basically what a spinning bike is a fixed wheel bike, and you're only really trying to move the front wheel, which incidentally is made of metal. So once you've overcome inertia and that wheel is turning, the actual weight of it will help you pedal just that bit easier. And because it's a fixed wheel, you can't really freewheel, so you can just let your legs go, and the weight of that wheel will just spin your legs round. You can also increase or decrease the resistance as you wish, and all you're doing is just making it harder or easier to turn that metal wheel. So if you want to be a little bit kind to yourself, you can make it a bit easier, and if you want a harder workout, you just turn the dial and increase the resistance and make it a bit tougher. And of course, the spinning sessions themselves are only 45 minutes long, so once that's over, then that's it, you're done. So the next easiest out of the three, in my opinion, has to be Zwift, particularly because of the way that I've got my turbo set up at the moment. Now, for some reason, I think it might be the tyres on my bike, but if I put too much tension on the roller as it touches the back wheel will just spin and slip on the roller, and it won't actually turn the turbo round. So I have to back the resistance off, and it's considerably less than when I'm out on the road or even when I'm spinning. So that's a big point that makes it far easier. Plus, as I've said, you can make the Zwift sessions as hard or as easy as you like. You can freewheel, you can sit and draft behind people, and you can make them as long or as short as you like. So if you want a long session, you can sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours. And if you want to go out and just do 15 minutes, it's there. You go out, you do your 15 minutes, and you're done as well. And of course, the hardest of the three has to be the road cycling, particularly if you're gravitationally challenged like me. You feel the full force of the rolling resistance. Add to that things like wind and hills, and there's just nowhere to hide really. You go out on the bike and you just have to work at it if you want to get a good workout. So there we go, that's a very quick overview of the three types of riding that I'm doing, and hopefully if I just keep on chipping away at it, they'll get me back to some form of fitness. Thanks for watching.